This is United Colors on Rukus Avenue Radio, Dash Radio, streaming live 24/7. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. So now we are moving into our special interview segment this week. And I do have a very, very special guest from the Caribbean. We have Braveboy here with us on United Colors. Braveboy, as I've been explaining and telling you all about this week, is the co-star on my latest record, Shake That Ting, and he has been so kind to lend us some of his time here today to speak with me here on United Colors. So please give a warm welcome to Braveboy. How you doing, bro?
Yo! Greetings from Trinidad and Tobago. Big up my brethren, Vik, and the whole UK crew. What up?
Awesome, bro. Awesome, bro. So how you doing, man? How you feeling? It's the start of the year.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. 2022. Let's get it. I'm ready. New music. Shake that thing. Shake that thing. Shake that.
Exactly. Pop in those air horns. Awesome, bro. Right. So how long have you been in Trinidad and Tobago? Were you born there? Is that where you're raised?
Yeah. Born and bred in Trinidad and Tobago. I've spent my whole life here. I've definitely traveled a pretty decent amount, but yeah, like definitely born and bred, made in the 868.
Awesome. And would you say you're a rapper, a singer, a producer? Because you wear so many hats. You have a record label as well. Just tell our listeners, what is it that you do? Because it seems like you do a lot.
Yeah, man, I do so much. So I'm known in Trinidad as a rapper, but I consider myself, I know it's cliche to say, but an artist because I do so many different genres. So I call myself like a vocal chameleon because I do rap, I do pop, I do dancehall, I do, reggaeton, Afrobeat, you name it. But I also have my own business, social media business. I manage social media pages for companies, do a lot of brand and stuff. And I also studied law. I actually have an LLB from the University of London. And I also have a clothing line. So you've seen Braveboy. I have a few clothing line ventures as well. I love fashion. I do events. And I as you say, I literally wear different hats.
That's amazing. Hang on. So did you study in London? Is that right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well, I actually did it externally.
Okay.
I kind of regret I should have done my last year in London because I actually could have gone to London to do my final year. Right. But I just had some responsibilities in Trinidad business-wise, so I couldn't do it. But yeah, I actually have my degree from like University of London.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you're really passionate about what you do. I mean, you just said it. You're a rapper. You have a clothing line, a record label. You've studied law. You do so many different types of things, and I think that really shows when you kind of present yourself and you come across really well. You speak really well. Very articulated. You're very knowledgeable as well in the music industry. I mean, how long have you been doing this for?
Yeah, man, it's been crazy. So I would say professionally, like about 10 years now, but I've been in the music industry since I was like 15 years old, just around studios, and I was in a part of a group. I feel like everybody has a story. They were in this group when they were a teenager and they sent talent competitions. And so I went through that whole, and then even before that, I used to play clarinet and, I was into like the instrumental playing and stuff. I used to produce for a little while. So I have a long career in this industry. Where, as you say, we're in different hats. I actually used to kind of co-manage an artist as well. So I've done a lot of different things.
Absolutely. And I remember actually when we spoke a while back, you mentioned that you've got a degree in law and you know a lot about the legality side of the music industry, which is very, very big and comprehensive, and it can be very overwhelming. But you seem to know a lot about that in terms of just the legal aspects and the royalties, mechanical royalties, and splits and record deals and publishing. Like you seem to be very, very well versed in that side of the business, isn't it?
Yeah, so I would say my law degree definitely helped to give me a foundation, but I think just practical experience. I think I've experienced so much over the past 5 years dabbling in the international market that through trial and error and doing my own research, and I've been able to become very knowledgeable about all these things. And especially like where I'm from, it's not the norm to know about this kind of stuff. So I took it upon myself to educate myself just so I can get, like you want to protect yourself, you want to make sure, especially like I've been doing stuff with labels around the world, whether it's EDM labels or dancehall labels it's just good to know, know what's, and I'm just about fairness and equity. So once something is fair, I can go with it. And I think that's the main thing that law has taught me.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And actually, looking at your current catalog, you've collaborated with so many different styles of artists with various different backgrounds from around the world. You've done dancehall, you've done like tribal, you've done reggaeton. So it seems like you're really much into like world music and having like a world flavor type of sound in the records that you
Yeah.
release and that you rap on. So as our show is a world fusion music show, what is it about world music and music from different corners of the globe that appeals to you so much? You know, why do you want to include that in your music?
I think I'm just intrigued by different cultures.
Yeah.
So I use the analogy that I feel like I'm this student of music from Trinidad and Tobago who gets to go on all these exchange programs. So I'm collaborating with
Yeah.
Vik now. I get to go to London.
Yeah.
I go to Nigeria. And I think I'm just being myself, being a Trini from Trinidad and Tobago, but integrating myself into these other cultures, learning about these other cultures. I'm also a people person. So I think I enjoy meeting people, especially from other cultures. And it's just exciting to me. Like I'm drawn to that. It's just that's magnetic. That's the magnetic attraction I have to music more than anything else. I love dabbling in different genres, experimenting, and it's been so like as long as I could remember.
That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, I can definitely relate to that as well. I think just being interested and inspired by other people's cultures is a big thing. And you learn a lot as well. You know, when you kind of work with artists from different parts of the world, you learn about their experiences in the music industry, and that can also have an influence on you as well. And, you know, you can learn a lot from it as well. So, yeah, I can totally relate to that. So, we've got a record out called Shake That Ting, as you
That
just mentioned.
thing.
I know you can say a lot better than I can. That's why you're the rapper and I'm just
not,
the producer.
not shake that buttocks. It's not shake that backside. It's shake that thing, mate.
Shake that ting, mate. Shake that ting.
Shake
Yeah,
that thing.
absolutely. If you may have seen a recent Instagram reel, or if you haven't seen it, it will be released really soon. On when I had this conversation with Braveboy about the word "shake that ting" and why it's ting, and he explains it really, really well. But just before we get into that, I mean, so the way we started collaborating was you found me on Instagram, I think it was. So I'm just curious, how did you come across
All
me?
of this.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Like
Why me?
yeah, no, I actually use, and I always openly put this out there to network, like artists, producers, anybody. Use hashtags. Like hashtags on the internet are there for a purpose.
Oh.
People, when they post, they put hashtags. You search the hashtags, and I can't remember if it was reggaeton or world DJ or some hashtag I use, and you came up, and I started to check your profile. I was like, okay, dude, this guy seems cool, and you know, like he seems like. And then I saw the radio show. I was like, okay, I need to message this person.
Yeah.
And then that's why I hit you up. I was like, and you were so cool to respond. And then you know that turned into not just the radio opportunity, but a collaboration. But shake that thing. But I think for me, that's something I'm really good at. I think I'm a pretty good networker. So that's how people always ask me, how do you meet all these people from around the world? And it's like just like how I met you, just the DM. I slid in Vik's DM.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I respond to pretty much all my DMs, and I think you're absolutely right. Actually, I mean, for you, the hashtag thing works, and I've used that process before as well. If I'm looking for a designer to work on some artwork, you know, I'll use hashtags and I'll try and approach them as well. And sometimes it's very difficult if it's someone who has millions and millions of followers because they don't always reply to DMs. But you know, once you look at their profile, if it's someone who you think will respond and is quite close to your wavelength, then there's a good chance they will respond and you can potentially work with them. But yeah, man, I'm glad that you reached out. Yeah, I'm glad that you reached out.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So when you were writing the lyrics to Shake That Ting, what were you thinking when you heard the beat? What was going through your mind?
I just heard like it's just a club record. Like I just pictured first the gal them shaking the bumper to the song. And it just hit me as a club record. And I actually picked because I was watching, like the more we spoke, I started to watch your stories and the clubs and the parties that you DJ at. And I started to think, okay, like I'm gonna do me as a Caribbean artist, but I am also a fan of like grime music and UK, you know, UK hip hop, other types of UK hip hop and pop and dancehall. And I wanted the verses to kind of resonate and be relatable to a UK audience too. So I kind of did my own version of a little grime through, like it's Friday night and we up in at the club and heading to the club, yeah. and I just got paid, and so
Yeah.
I wanted to mix the two cultures.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, you've just got that voice. When I tested the track once in a club set, and yeah, your voice just fits really, really well with other styles of dancehall and reggaeton music, which is out there. When you rap and when you say it in with that swag and that slang, people listen to it and they respond to it as well. You've just got that kind of cool, that cool Caribbean voice. Like it just makes sense. People will
Yeah.
dance to it and listen. Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. And I think that it's something that I always explain to Caribbean artists where I'm from. We don't realize what we have. We always trying to be something else, like like a lot of artists here mimic American rappers, but it's like, or mimic Jamaican artists. But I think that us as Trinis, we have our own voice, we have our own vibe, we have our own, So I'm just trying to be myself, but at the same time, if you have a product and you marketed it to the world, you have to present it in a form that's palatable. So I try my best. So I listen to a lot of international music. So I definitely follow Sean Paul, Pitbull, Shaggy. Those are the persons I follow closely because they found ways to do that, have that formula.
Yeah.
Stylo G, big up Stylo G. The
Stylo
UK
G,
mastered them.
Yeah, he's big. I mean, dancehall bashment, that's huge in the UK,
Yeah,
for sure. So if I was visiting Trinidad and Tobago, which I've never done, but I'm so eager to go one day, hopefully I do visit very soon.
Yeah.
Just visiting there, what type of music will I expect? Is it soca and dancehall? I mean, you're the expert, you tell me.
Yeah. So soca, Trinidad is the land of soca and calypso. So I must big up my culture. And I think that but what's interesting when you come here and you listen to the radio, you hear all types of music. To the point where we even have drill playing on the radio now, UK drill.
Cool.
Like Tion Wayne and like
the body
Russ.
Song. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's really big.
But dancehall is really big. So I would say between soca and dancehall are the two biggest genres in Trinidad, and then followed by maybe hip hop.
Okay.
And pop. They're pop radio stations. So like people are very much into Justin Bieber and Miley Cyrus, and But it's cool that we're starting to get the UK, because I always wondered why, because Trinidad was under British rule before. I wondered why we don't have more UK music playing in Trinidad. But it's slowly but surely getting there. I'm starting to hear, like I say, that Tion Wayne and the body song, and you're getting there.
It's getting there. Yeah. Well, hopefully this collaboration is a step forward in that direction as well. What we're doing, the UK Trini collab.
I don't know if you know, Vic, but there are a few UK artists who are Trini. Wiley. Wiley's Trini. Yeah. And then AJ Tracy.
Yeah. Oh, is he Trini? Okay, I didn't realize. Yeah.
Tracy's Trini, yeah. And like Trini parentage, and I think a lot of them are Jamaican. A lot of big up the Jamaicans or Grenadian, but they are Trinis. They are definitely Trinis.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. And just out of interest, do you know much about Chutney soccer? I heard.
Yeah.
That's like South Asian fusion soccer together, isn't it? Yeah.
And I think the beautiful thing about Trinidad, I believe from my experience, I've only been to London once, but I found London was so multicultural, and I love that about London. Just like I met people of so many different cultures, but there was a lot of integration. And Trinidad is just like that. It's just like a New York or London. And even though like persons who are not Indian would listen to and appreciate Chutney music, or certainly hit songs that are Chutney music. But I love Chutney music. It's definitely reflective of the East Indian culture, but it's the lyrical content is very much about drinking rum, having a good time. So if a girl breaks your heart, you drink rum and you go and party.
Yeah. That's true, actually.
And
I realized
to drink rum, basically. So what do you drink rum? Are you a rum fan, Vic?
Yeah, I like rum, actually. Yeah, I do drink rum. Yeah. It's a friend of mine is really, really into rum. He runs like a rum supply business, and there's so many different types of rum. It's not like 10 or 15. There's so many. There's hundreds and hundreds of different types of rum. But it's really, really interesting. But yeah, I do like my rum for sure.
I can promise you, when you come to Trinidad, I'm gonna get you some Trini rum, and we're going to a Chutney party.
Oh, amazing! I love that. Well, one day I do want to go to Trini Carnival as well. I've heard amazing things about that. So when it's Carnival,
it's amazing. Like people say, it's the #1 carnival in the world. And I know, shout out to Brazil as well. Brazil has an amazing carnival as well. But Trinidad Carnival, I think it's like, because there are a lot of celebrities who come now, and they think it's like nothing they've ever seen before. There's something about this street parade where everybody for 2 days just, in half naked having fun, dancing on each other, drinking. But it's just beautiful. I think that it's just a spectacle. To me, it's equivalent to like Glastonbury or Ultra Music Festival or Lollapalooza. This is our version of that. As in, this is our thing. Like, wow, you just feel the energy. You feel people from all around the world there. It's dope. You would love it, Vic. You'd love it.
The thing I love is that exactly what you said, is that the parties happen on the streets. So the whole city just gets taken over, during those 2 days or 3 days or however long it is. Like, everyone just gets involved. It's on the streets. That's something we don't see so much of here in the UK. It's a bit more confined in certain places.
I was interested about it. Everybody takes part in Carnival. So the president of Trinidad and Tobago will be dancing, and he'll be in the Carnival band. And then like somebody who's just like, let's say a security guard or janitor, he's having fun. The street vendors, everybody is equal to extent, like everybody could participate in Carnival.
Yeah. Amazing.
And I think that's amazing. It's that one thing every year that brings all classes and races, and everybody comes out.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
I love that unity through music and good times. United Colors. That's our show. So I think that
And you'll have Notting Hill, right? Notting Hill Carnival. I've never been, but I would love to visit.
Yeah, actually, we do have Notting Hill Carnival. That is like a street carnival, which is very popular. It's what we have in London, so that is very popular. Unfortunately, in the last 2 years, we haven't had it because of COVID.
Right?
Yeah, but it's. Trinity Carnival is on another level. You guys on another level compared to Notting Hill. Don't come to here Don't come to here expecting Notting Hill to be on your level. Yours is like on another level. Trust me.
So the only thing I would say, I think I've heard that with Notting Hill, like you'll blend different genres of music. So there'll be a truck where you can hear like drum and bass music, and possibly like maybe a Tion Wayne body. In Trinidad, we only play soca for Carnival.
Okay, yeah.
So, which is good and bad. Good because we got to, that's our time. We got to promote soca, but bad as in I feel like there's opportunity to blend genres and make it more of a international festival. Yeah, So, but it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Notting Hill, you'll hear like reggae, dancehall, Afro beats. You'll hear some hip hop. You'll hear some tribal music. It will be a bit more mixed in that sense. So yeah, I see where you're coming from. So amazing. So just before we end the interview, we are going to move into our quick fire round. So this is going to be a segment of our interview just for a bit of fun. We'll ask you questions in quick succession, and you have to say the first thing that comes into your head. So quick fire, Vik Toreus and Braveboy on United Colors. Are you ready?
Yeah, right.
All right, let's do this. Braveboy, question number 1. Dancehall or soccer?
Dancehall.
Reggaeton or R&B?
Reggaeton.
Saltfish buljol or chicken rice? I think that's like a famous addition in Trinidad.
Saltfish and buljol.
Saltfish and buljol. Okay, I probably didn't pronounce it right. Okay. Who is your celebrity crush?
My Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys. Oh, okay. Name your dream stage or festival that you would love to perform
on. Glastonbury.
Glastonbury. Okay. Who is your dream artist to collaborate with?
Dream artist to collaborate with? Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Okay. And finally, what is a ting?
So there are different types of ting. If you say how is your ting, I automatically think you're talking about the girl I'm hanging with. But then there's the gangster version of ting. I got my ting on me, man. I got my ting on me, mate. And then in Trinidad, we'll say ting could just mean, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, Vic, I'm on the interview and ting now, And then Vic, ting could also mean other people. So, yeah, we on the interview, or I went to Glastonbury Festival and I was with Vic and ting, and ting on them now, you know. So ting is so versatile. Ting is actually a drink as well. There's a carbonated beverage called ting.
Yeah.
And then you could put words before ting. You can say my best thing, you know. She's my best thing. A Tom thing. She's a London thing. You know, I got my London thing. I got my Manchester thing, and then I got my man. So many ways to use the word thing. But then you can shake that thing. That's the final word definition I'll give. Is a girl shake that thing is like your bottom or your buttocks or your bam bam or your boom boom. Yeah. Your posterior. Women can shake that thing.
Yeah, I love it. Many different uses for that name, you know. I love it. It's amazing, yeah. And it just sounds so much more awesome when you say it as opposed to when I say it. So. Amazing. Yeah, so Shake That Ting, Vik Toreus and Braveboy is out now. Just before you go, please tell our wonderful listeners about the record, where they can find it, where they can download it. And please let them know your social handles as well.
Ting. Out now on all streaming platforms. Vik Toreus, Braveboy, such a dope record. Go anywhere. You can check the link. You'll see the link in our bios, but it's available. The Spotify, the Apple Music, the Amazon, anywhere. YouTube, SoundCloud, it's gonna be out. And Vik Toreus is gonna be playing on this radio show in the clubs.
Yeah.
It's gonna be playing in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean.
Incredible.
Shake that thing.
Shake that thing. Right. And finally, your social handles, just before we let you go. What are your social handles? Where can people follow you?
People can follow me on Instagram at Braveboy, Braveboy, the name that's on my hat and my t-shirt, and on all other platforms at Real Braveboy. That's at REAL BRAVEBOY.
Amazing. Well, there you heard it. Braveboy here on United Colors Rukus Avenue Radio. The latest record with myself and Braveboy, Vik Toreus and Braveboy, Shake That Ting is out now. Shake That Ting is out now everywhere around the world on all streaming platforms. Make sure you listen, stream, download, share, support, tag us on all the social handles. Shake That Ting. Go check it out now.